Hey, welcome back to MCOC Noxie, the master of mediocre gameplay. This is War 3. The opponent's band Ghost, Herc, and Johnny Storm. So this is one of the most difficult paths I've ever had. I'm going to end up taking two of the shared minis. I thought I was going to take all three. The defense is a lot of really tricky defenders. So there we've got Iceman. He's only a 5-star, but Iceman requires a counter unless you're going to use a lot of health potions. And so I've got Nebula, Warlock, and Diablo. Diablo's for that man thing. That's the only fight I'm planning on using him for. Here is a Stealth Suit Spidey. I'm going to primarily parry heavy him with Warlock. I don't know about you, but Stealth Suit always is tricky for me. Like I don't know, I don't know if I ever get through a Stealth Suit fight clean, which is ridiculous to say, but I think it's true. It's just something very quirky about his attack style and his combos, and it just kind of always keeps me off balance. And I'm pretty sure you're going to see in here that I take a couple hits too. I put an invul boost on because I'm going to try to take these three fights in one set of boosts. So here we've got the wonderful Wi-Fi disconnection or lag time. You see the 3 bars of death down there. I left this in there because, man, this is just happening to everyone. I'm sitting in my house that has like excellent Wi-Fi is an understatement. I have great Wi-Fi signal in my house, and the game's like, nah, we're just gonna make you wait a while. And if that happens on a loading screen, you can just lose a fight right there, and that can decide a war, and that is deciding wars. Thankfully, it didn't for me here. He's just not wanting to get parried. There we go, parry heavy him. Done a ton of damage and very few hits. So 5 hits, he's already about 50% down. The bleed is doing its work. I'm thinking like this is gonna be my first ever clean stealth suit fight in war. Nope. There goes the indestructible, and then there comes a big old combo of 6 hits. Awesome. But if I'd have just held on for another couple seconds, the fight would have been over. But no, I had to take that combo to the face. Awesome. So this is going to be another Warlock fight. You might be thinking like, hey, why didn't you bring red mags? You've got a bunch of on this stealth suit and Mysterio. You could have just mags these guys because he wasn't banned. And you're right. I didn't bring mags because I thought, and the plan was, the communication was, I was going to take the APOC on node 24. And so I had to bring a specific counter. I brought my Nebula for that APOC because she nukes that fight. She's a great counter for it on EMP. So I would have brought my mags, of course, to melt these first two fights, but I couldn't, and that's kind of just a little trick of communication, right? Everyone's lives in different parts of the world and are awake and asleep at different times, and so this Mysterio fight's going really well, and it's over. So that was just a rank 5 star Mysterio, but Mysterio's still tricky. And now here we have the this man thing, and he's only a rank 2 man thing. And so, these are really good defenders, but they're not the hardest versions of those defenders. And I just way over boosted for this fight. You're going to see. You may have noticed, for you experienced Diablo players out there, you may have noticed that I forgot to activate any of my pre-fights, and I would have activated the Essence of Null, which is just explodes your nullify. But I was trying to get in under the invul boost, which I did. But in doing so, as I was rushing, I also forgot to activate the Essence of Null, which could have been a big problem, but it turns out, as you can tell, not being a problem at all. Down goes Man Thing. Man Thing is much easier on the Mystic Dispersion Global than he is under Unstoppable Armor. Diablo is still a straight counter to that fight on either Global, though. 16 hits given, none taken. All right, now here's the fight I was most scared for this whole war. My teammate ended up taking that Apocalypse because I was stuck in a meeting. I was going to get to it, brought Nebula for it, but then he took it and aced it, so good for him. Stealing my fight, you jerk. No, he did a great job. And I hate fighting Ebony Maw. I don't know about you. I am never really that comfortable. So I have a rank 1 duped 6-star Maul. I've just never ranked him yet. But I was able to duel him a bunch of times. I dueled him like 5 or 6 times, no joke. And I'm just like, okay, what's the strategy for? Because Warlock is really needed for the node to keep the healing from getting crazy. He just turns off the healing, and so you're gonna see my strategy was very straightforward. Like if you struggle with Maw, and on this node, um, I mean, I would highly recommend my strategy here, which is just bait his heavy, slightly dash back, lead into the heavy, put that bleed on him, knock him down, which is good for Maw. You want to knock him down, and there you go. So that the fight that I was most nervous about, this big boy rank 3 high sig Maw, went down without causing any problems at all. So I still have all my boosts active, and I just run into this Iceman fight. Didn't have to think about it very much. Just an easy fight, right? With Warlock. Iceman with a lot of other champs is going to do the cold snap damage. He's going to get tricky. If I remember correctly, I don't even think he throws a special. I'm trying to bait his SP1 here in a second. You'll see, and see his willpower is draining him. And so yeah, I don't even think he throws a special here. Let's see. And so I'm just kind of beating him up. I've had enough fights with tricky Icemen in the past that I feel pretty comfortable approaching him. And yeah, this is it. Boom. So that fight goes as perfectly as possible. Warlock, of course, is like one of, if not the very best Iceman counters. He just kind of takes away everything he does. He's immune to the cold, and he has the armor up, and he just crushes him. And so that was supposed to be my fight. And then I was like, I got all these boosts active. I think I'm going to take this shared mini, this Hulkbuster. This is supposed to be for one of my teammates. And, after all, one of my teammates stole a fight that was mine. I'm all boosted up. I think I'm going to go take this Hulkbuster. And Hulkbuster can be tricky, but I think, I've fought him enough to where I'm pretty comfortable. His SP1 is really easy to evade. You don't want to push him to his SP2 if you don't have to. Or at least that's how I approach him. You want to get the healing on. Want to watch out for masochism over time, which I believe is the node here. But you're going to just see this fight is cake. Just cake, man. So, and then the rest of my teammates had... my battle group, man, is fast, especially the other two sections. I'm in section 1, but sections 2 and 3, I take path 1, and so the other groups in battle group 3 are really fast, and so this war ended up being an absolute slaughter. It was very, very close on day 1, but I woke up on day 2. We'd already finished the map. We'd already cleared the map, and it was a slaughter. We absolutely destroyed them. So we are 3-0 on the season and rolling right along. Hope to see you back here for War 4. Y'all be good.